Sometimes when people are doing the Excel tasks, they have problems with the charts, and they may get a chart that looks like this, which obviously is not right. We've got a key that's got a blue square and a red square, and the red square is saying products sold by each member of staff and a series of numbers. The blue key is saying sold by junior stylist, sold by senior stylist, sold by head stylist, sold by salon arts, and so on. So obviously it's not right. What I would normally do, first thing I would do is look at the data that's been selected to make the chart. So to do that, we right click on the chart area and choose select data. Now this normally would say up here what data has been selected, but instead it's saying the data range is too complex to be displayed. If a new range is selected, it will replace all of the series in the series panel. And you can see these two keys, if you like, here, these series are in this box. So that gives me a clue that there's a problem with the selection of the data that's making up the chart. So let's go to our spreadsheet that it's based on, which is the product sales sheet. And I can see straight away that we've got a problem here. We've got the whole of this top row selected and the whole of this row selected. Now, there are five values here, some text, and 7 values here. So if you think about the chart, what you're looking for is you've got a series of numbers and you want to have the text that describes what those numbers are, which will go underneath the bars or columns, next to the bars or under the columns. Obviously, we've got way too much text here. So what I would do is just start at basic principles. What is my chart supposed to show? In this case, it's supposed to show the number of products sold by each member of staff. So I'm going to just select those numbers. And I've got 5 of those numbers. Now, how do I know what these numbers represent? Well, you were right in terms of the original chart was right in terms of selecting this row, but the 88 products sold were sold by the junior stylist, 76 were sold by the senior stylist, and so on until we get to the sold by salon manager, which is 154. So all I need to do is just add these in. I'm going to press the control key down. I've already got this selected. So I want to add to my selection. I'm going to hold the control key down, click and select the 5 columns that describe these values. Now if I go to insert chart, I'm going to move that to its own screen, its own sheet, and I'm going to call it column chart. You can now see that we've got a sensible chart. Almost always, if you get this sort of problem with a chart, it's because the selection's not balanced. In the case of this chart, we had too many columns selected, and we had stuff that didn't need to be. We had things like the header for this this column, which we didn't need to include, and we also had the header for this column, which we didn't need to include. We also had this header here. So remember, a basic chart, we just have the values and what describes those values. How do we know what we're going to put, what words we're going to put under those bars, basically, so we can see that's what we needed to select.